Okay, this is a double electric oven, and it does have self-cleaning, which is beyond the scope of this inspection, but it does have that feature. It does not have a convection feature. This is the flat cooktop. As you can see, it's all burning nice and well. Okay. That's not why I brought you here. Thought I'd yank you around a little more. We're going into the attic. This pull-down ladder, okay, the side stiles, they do not match up like they should, okay, and then somebody's replaced one of the rungs. This is pretty scary, actually, and I probably don't need to be going up this, but this is my safety training video. Also on this water heater, this is the West water heater. Again, those fittings were soldered too close. So it was just like I mentioned, like I'm going to mention on the interior video. Coming up on this ladder, okay, these side hinges have been done with sheetrock screws. And just like the electric service panel, which you're going to learn about, okay, they snap. They do not have the shear strength that nails do. This is a conventional roof here. We've got that right there. That's a broken, I'm trying to call it a mountain. Okay. Lath. Okay. That lath doesn't really offer support. That was from the old roof. Okay. This used to be a wood shingle roof. It was tore off. And then, so now we've got OSB board over lath coming up over here. We made it up okay. There's some good room up here. They've actually got some insulation depth markers. I wouldn't trust that so much. It's saying that we got 12 inches. I doubt it. We've got 2 layers of insulation. It's fiberglass over rock wool, which is fiberglass. So they've come in and added some insulation at some time, but 2 layers of insulation, you don't really know what you have. And then the soffit vents, which is per to the time the structure was built, but we do not have soffit baffles. So soffit baffles should have been installed. It would have been better if all this insulation was vacuumed out and replaced to current standards. It wasn't, but and I understand why people add it, but also, you see all these trails? People don't make those trails. Mices make those trails. Okay, so we've had rodent infestations in here. Up here. Moving on along. Again, with the structure, the purlins are undersized. But, again, they all were. We do have collar beams. Okay. Now, here's an interesting thing. Anytime you put 2 sticks together in the attic, 2 boards, is supposed to be 3 nails, not 2. There's 3 nails on this one. Okay, you can put 4 nails, but 2 nails is insufficient. Okay, 2 nails is insufficient. So any strut that's higher than 6 feet, okay, and I am short, okay, we all know that, but it should have a stiffener, or some people call them a T-back stiffener. This is your kitchen vent, and that is cloth tape, and cloth tape should not be on a vent that carries smoke. That could combust. You'd have a fire in your attic and never know it. Alright, obviously it hasn't happened yet, but we don't want it to happen either. Air duct, air supply duct, okay, it shouldn't have more than a ½ inch sag in it. All this duct is just sagging like crazy. It's wavy like the Atlantic Ocean. Coming across here, this is the walkway to the air conditioning system, and it's supposed to be unobstructed. You're not supposed to have gas lines in front of it. You're not supposed to have cable in front of it. Okay, so it's supposed to be unobstructed. And that's a white canister light for the ceiling, and white canister lights should not, insulation should not touch white canister lights. All right. Silver lights is okay. White lights that should be installed in an insulated box. Now, infrared didn't show me any lacking insulation because the temperatures outside and inside are pretty much identical. So, but we're underneath this step here, we're obviously missing attic insulation. That switch cover plate is missing. Again, that gas line is in the way. Moving on along. Okay, we've got a purlin strut that's bowing out of position here. So we got that. That one doesn't match real well either. I don't know what those nails are hanging on to besides nothing. Alright, this is the skylight tunnel in the kitchen. And we're missing insulation around its base. Right in there. These are the steps going up to the indoor air handler. Looks like it's a fairly recent installation. We're going to have all the dates on that. I believe this was 2017 though. That's what I'm looking at. 18, 19, 20. 3 years old. This is the air filter on the right hand side. It's an electrostatic air filter. So I'm not sure what the size of that air filter is, but I got the model number. I captured that when I opened it up a little bit ago, and with that model number you'll be able to service that properly. This is the flue vent for the furnace, and it's not suspended and it's not supported. Okay, it's supposed to have a strap on it that supports it. Same thing with that water heater flue over there, and same thing with the other water heater flue. And we're also missing some insulation on the inside of that skylight tunnel again. Okay, moving on along. We got a nice P-trap. I really enjoy that. I'm glad that they put it there. But that P-trap for the primary evaporator drain. Okay, that's the that P-trap should have been insulated. And we've got a little bit of rust in the pan here. Okay, got rust in the pan, and that in it, and there's a safety float switch. That in and of itself isn't really horrible. You know, I mean, they all do it, unfortunately. But Texas Real Estate Commission, you know, it's their position that it's important that that's been noted on the inspection report, and it is important. I would be alarming. Air duct, okay. It should only be on an attic floor if it's running perpendicular to the ceiling joists. And this one's running parallel with the ceiling joist, so that's improper. This duct right here, air supply duct, on the bottom side of it, there's a little bit of an air leak there. I'm used to finding more. I'm not apologizing. This electric cable should go across the walkway here. Alright, there's another depth marker, and there's some more sagging air duct. Okay, the fireplace chimney, you can see that we had some moisture issues over here, and the wood members, the framing members, are too close to it. They're too close to every masonry chimney in Dallas, every masonry chimney I've seen. I've talked to engineers about this. But it's important that to the Texas Real Estate Commission that you know that those framing members are next to that masonry chimney. So now you know, okay? And then that's the flue for the east water heater, and it's not supported properly in the attic either. Everything else is pretty much routine. I'm going to stop and take some. Oh, there we go. It was probably an attic power vent right there, and we got a improperly terminated electric junction right there. We've got another one over here. All right, probably for an electric power vent. Okay, you shouldn't terminate junctions like that. Okay, I'm going to let you go now. Now I'm going to let you go.